News when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moscow.
Karen, it was the earnings report investors were bracing for, and Nvidia delivered, pushing back on the idea that the AI industry is in a bubble. Right now, the stock is up by 5% after results that topped analyst estimates, revenue rising 62% in the latest quarter to $57 billion. More importantly, Nvidia delivered a strong revenue forecast, expecting sales of about $65 billion in the January quarter. Matt Bryson covers the stock for Wedbush Securities.
I think they hit the buy-side expectations exactly. So what we'd been hearing beforehand, $57 billion on the top line, and then guide for mid-60s is kind of what people wanted, and they delivered.
Wedbush Securities analyst Matt Bryson. It has been quite the run for Nvidia. Sales will be up more than tenfold from where they were in the same period just 3 years ago.
And Nathan, the future looks even rosier. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang says the Blackwell chip sales are off the charts.
Nvidia GPUs in the cloud are sold out. We got plenty of Blackwells to sell you. We have lots of Blackwells coming. We're making a lot of Blackwells, and we have a bunch of Vera Rubins coming. And so business is very, very strong, but we've planned our supply chain incredibly well.
And that was Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang. Speaking of Bloomberg's Ed Ludlow, for the full conversation, head over to the Bloomberg Podcast channel on YouTube.
And finally, Karen, we get details from the September jobs report this morning. That was delayed, of course, because of the longest government shutdown in history. We get a preview of those numbers from Bloomberg's Michael McKee.
The data are back, and we're starting with a sort of but not really important set. September payrolls. If the numbers had been released as scheduled on October 3rd, they would have played a big role in the Fed's October rate decision. Instead, 2 months late, they're essentially out of date. They will get scrutiny, however. It may be the last full set of jobs numbers we get before the next Fed meeting on December 10th. While today's release may not carry the same weight, at least it's something. Michael McKee, Bloomberg Radio.
All right, Michael, thank you. Well, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will not publish an October employment report. Instead, it will incorporate those payrolls figures into the November jobs report, set to be published after the Federal Reserve's final meeting of the year in December.
Well, the Federal Reserve has published the minutes from its latest meeting in October, Karen, and they show policymakers divided. Many Fed officials say it would likely be appropriate to keep interest rates steady for the remainder of the year. Stuart Paul covers the Fed for Bloomberg News.
So folks are basically looking out at the Bureau of Labor Statistics and saying what would have been a bad jobs report is not going to be available for the Fed to make its decision. So there's going to be one fewer data print encouraging a rate cut. Now we're seeing as early as October, many committee members were ready to take that December cut off the table.
And now Bloomberg's Stuart Paul says the odds of a December cut stand at about 30%.
Now to the latest on the Jeffrey Epstein files, Nathan. President Trump has signed the bill to compel the Justice Department to release its documents on the late disgraced financier. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries is chalking it up as a victory.
It's a big victory for the survivors, a big victory for transparency, and a big victory for the American people.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries spoke on Capitol Hill. The signing comes after the president spent months trying to block the measure before making a dramatic about-face last week. The new law requires the Justice Department to release all its files from the Epstein investigation, but it's launched a new probe into his ties to prominent Democrats. Senate Majority Leader John Thune says that could complicate matters.
I trust the judgment of the Justice Department to ensure that whatever files they release protect the victims, clearly. And I think there are other items, perhaps materials that were acquired through grand jury trials that perhaps they will have to make some decisions about.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune, the law gives DOJ 30 days to release the files, including investigations, flight logs, travel records, immunity deals, internal communications, and records related to Epstein's death in prison. And that's news when you want it with Bloomberg News Now. I'm Karen Moscow.
I'm Nathan Hager, and this is Bloomberg.